Hi there and welcome to Leading Your Best Life with Leigh, Farnell. This session is going to be a super important one. What I thought I'd do is share with you some of the coaching outcomes. One of the business owners I work with just in the last couple of days, where they were weak, what was going wrong, see how it relates to your business and see if you can benefit from this kind of coaching. But stay tuned, just have a listen to this of what some people say about being coached by myself and using the CZ6 system. See if it happens to be of value to you.
Adam, tell me your name and your position.
I'm Adam Thepra. I'm a business development manager.
For who?
For Empower ICT.
Fantastic. Now, what's happened? What did you just tell me? You came to one of my seminars, and what's happened since then?
Since then, I've been able to fill the gaps of my knowledge that I had with all my sales from the start to the end.
Yes.
So basically, if you think about things of where I've had gaps where I've, for many years, just simply forgotten bits and remembered bits, but it's never been consistent. Mm-hmm. So now what I've done is I've simply taken your training and put it into a book and had itemized little key points that are very important.
Yes.
And now when I go into meetings, I simply look at those points before I go in, and familiarize myself and train myself and get that sales muscle working. It's if anything, it's my conversion rate starting to change. It's now starting to be more of a problem of I need more leads and I need more opportunity because I'm being able to convert more, and that's, of course, increased sort of sales there as well. So, so it's all leading one after another after another.
Good. So what would you say to someone thinking of using the Colour Zone system or getting Farnell involved to help them with their sales team?
Oh, I will definitely recommend it, 100%. Yeah, it is. Even if you've been doing it for years, it's a great way of just redoing your thought process and system, especially if you're sort of not in with having a system. It's a great system just to now, have from that beginning to end. It's just fantastic.
Well done, mate. Thanks a lot.
No worries.
Now, we've got so many of those testimonials, but I'm not going to go on about that right now. I want to share with you what actually happened when I was coaching this fellow who has an IT-based business, but let's just go through some of the action points that came out of it that you might want to do for yourself. Action point 1 was document your existing sales system, including your lead generation system. You're going to be capturing the closing and the pipeline management. What we're finding is so many people, 1, don't have a system, 2, can't articulate that system, and if you don't have it written down, you don't have a system. Lead generation system, closing system, pipeline management system. We also took a look at his website and we could see that the website was written from what we call first person. That is, he's talking features as if the client already knew who they were. There's a whole lot of jargon and terms that weren't specific. He wasn't using client-based language. We call it second position language. He certainly didn't have any case studies or client testimonials or social proof in it. And we also said, mate, you're talking features, not even advantages. You need to be talking benefits. We say don't sell the plane trip, sell the holiday, sell the destination. We said also you need to practice new sales questioning techniques. He wasn't using any buyer facilitation. It was all presentation, technical detail, boring. And we say the confused mind always says no. He was confusing the minds of his prospect. Practice new sales questioning techniques, and as we said, focus on client value, return on investment, and reducing all this technical detail information, which basically your eyes glaze over when you hear all this blah, blah, blah. I also said, there he was, we're going to do a coffee catch-up. He was going to take me to a networking event that he said there were people there that certainly also wanted and needed what I was talking to him about. And I also said to him, capture video testimonials. Capture video testimonials from satisfied clients so that you have what we call overwhelming social proof. So there it is. Now it goes into more detail because I'm looking here at the Fathom summary of the coaching. Shift from feature-focused selling to benefit-driven, customer-centric approach. Website improvements required to clarify the product offerings and showcase client testimonials, and then implement a structured sales questioning technique that can significantly improve conversion rates, and then capture and leverage video testimonials from satisfied clients because they're critical for marketing. As he said, he was struggling with a complicated product explanation, which then led to very difficult sales conversations, and he was having a very low conversion rate and insufficient leads in the pipeline. And as I said, the website lacked clear industry-specific messaging and compelling social proof. So focus on asking strategic questions to clearly uncover customer pain points and values. Emphasize benefits over features. Could be 1 extra customer a week or 3 extra customers a week. That'll cover the cost of the system being implemented. And using what we call conceptual agreement of value techniques before diving into product details. What do we say also? Offer a tiered packages approach, a choice of yeses, platinum, gold, silver, to simplify the decision making. So look, how does that relate to you? What of these ideas can you use, whether it be practicing new questioning techniques, benefit-focused selling, value-based selling, implementing website improvements, collecting video testimonials, how do you do that and how you use them? We also set up a podcast where I would do a recording, which then meant he could use the podcast in his marketing, and also it'll help articulate the value. And they've got the other side of that being the podcast, and then can then be turned into an ebook or a series of ebooks. It can also then be edited into a series of shorts. That's a service we're doing here at Leading Your Best Life. If you want to be on a podcast, want to use your podcast in your marketing, and I can show you how to do that. In fact, there's an ebook guide on how to do that. That's a very small fee. In fact, in most cases, if you get 1 customer out of it, you've well and truly covered the cost. If not, got yourself a 2 or 3 or 4 times return. Want to find out more about that? Do touch base. And by the way, here's another example of one of the benefits of running one of our sales assess workshops that I done up in the Philippines only the other day. Hear this, and you want to touch base, you want to get involved, inquire, then I'm putting together right now an ebook you may well be interested in, B2B selling, B2B and professional services selling. We call it White Collar Sales Secrets Revealed. As it said, welcome to the world of white collar selling, business to business selling, a term that might seem like an oxymoron to some. This ebook focuses on B2B sales, and whether it be professionals like accountants or financial planners or lawyers or consultants or even business coaches who rely on their expertise to generate business, to generate revenue. Want to find out more? Get a copy of that ebook. Do touch base and have a listen to this, and I'll see you next time.
So, Tony, tell us your name and your position.
Hi, Leigh. I'm Tony Friday, one of the partners at Brainbox.
And what happened here today in the Philippines with your team here at Brainbox?
We've had a fantastic session.
Yeah.
We've just started the day with not a huge amount of clarity about our sales process and our sales engagement cycle, but we've finished the day with absolute clarity. We've got a huge list of actions to take on, but at the end of it, we're going to be a much better business.
Fantastic. Talking about that, if I was going to ask what impact it would have, we're talking 5%, 10%, 20%?
Well, we're chasing a very significant growth target. At the start of the day, that was pretty opaque, but I'm finishing the day much more confident, and that's certainly going to scale our business potentially 5-10 times over the next few years.
Well, that's fantastic, mate. What would you say to someone thinking of using Farnell or the CZ6 system?
Dive into it. It's complex, there's no doubt about that, because it treats sales as the discipline and the science that it should be, and until you get across that, it's the front end of the business for every business. So you've got to give it the respect it deserves.
Well, thanks, mate. Well, thanks for working with us today. Much appreciated.
Thanks, Leigh.
Thanks, mate.
A coach brings wisdom, experience too, unlocking